Welcome to the Kai and K Show. In this segment of the D Mac and Kai Show, we're gonna call this day Freelance Friday. So pour your favorite drink, get your favorite stick to smoke on, sit back and enjoy, and we'll be right back after this small introduction.
In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. Oh, that your virtue and Versace, she don't want it. She like it hot just like a coffee in the morning. And if you want it, then you gotta speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. 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 Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you gotta speak up on it. She's not into.
What's up, brother D Mac?
How you doing, my brother? I'm doing well.
Oh man, I just today is that day where we sit back and relax and have a few drinks and few smokes and
Absolutely, absolutely. Sitting here smoking on a Romeo and Julieta Reserve a Real, 1875. One of my favorite sticks, about a 60 gauge. Nice little mellow smoke.
Absolutely. So today we can talk about whatever comes to mind. This is a Freelance Friday, and we got the Dodgers opening up tonight. Open up with the Dodgers and give our frequent thoughts on what's going to happen tonight and or what should
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
You know,
It's that time of year where teams start to play their rivals and do all that and settle them yearly scores. Uh, Yankees Dodgers rivals, but they ain't played each other in this World Series in like 40 years, which is crazy. But it's perfect. Everybody's been waiting on this one for years, and it just never came together. Now we got it. We got Dodgers Yankees 7 game series for the whole thing, and we got some heavy hitters on both sides, and man, it's gonna be fun.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I got me myself. I got a little wager going on it. You know,
As you always do.
yeah, I had to put a little wager on him. I mean, I wasn't even gonna bet, but this brother right here, he want to call him because he originally a Oakland A's fan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how he
How
became.
you tied that one together?
Yeah, he from up north though, so and he a Frisco fan like you. So anytime the Cowboys play the Niners, he want to bet. You know,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
now,
You got to make it interesting, especially this year, because years past this game we was fighting for home field advantage in the playoffs and playoff seeding and all that. Man, this year we just fighting to see if we can get to the playoffs. The loser gonna be in trouble.
look here, man. You guys got a few players that's out, and we got players that's out, and we got
Right.
players that's in, but they out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Right.
so
And we
you know,
both teams got a mash unit going on, man.
this like
It's
playing. This like flipping a coin. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I
right.
don't,
People talking about, fire the coach and fire this and that, man. I'm sorry for both of these teams. We need to fire the strength and conditioning coaches because we battle tested. It's too many injuries. I don't get it.
man, what is going on? I mean, oh, now speaking of injuries, right? So, like I said, this freelance Friday, so we can go from one thing to the next.
For
So, we're
sure. Let's go.
talking about injuries. We had over 60 some players in the NBA that didn't start in opening night. 65 players, I believe. So you had all this offseason to do what, right? And then
Right.
opening day come and 65 starters didn't show up for opening day. Now
Didn't
what
show up for opening day. I
what's going
mean, for one, is two disrespects in my opinion. Yes, that's disrespect to the game, right? You like you said, you guys got at the very least you had 3 months. At the very least you had 3 months to go to the doctor, do your therapy, get yourself right, get your body right, get yourself together. At least that, right? All that time. And then you got guys going in for surgeries and stuff like that a month before the first game and all of that.
Right.
Now, some guys got hurt in the preseason games. Hey, I get that. That's understandable. But you got a guy like Joel Embiid who played on the Olympic team,
Yeah.
rolled that out, went to France and balled and got his medal, and then he come back and my knee hurt and I can't play for the first week. Come on, man. You got people like us, middle class folk, and even it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you got fans out there who pay top dollar and good money to come see your ass play,
Right.
and you gonna cancel out on opening night? Who doesn't want to play opening night?
I, what is it? I mean, what's going on? What you think is happening? What you think is happening? Why we getting?
I
And
think
it's an abundance. It ain't like just a few. It ain't like we know we gonna Kawhi Leonard. We understand he Kawhi Leonard, but every all the rest of these cats. What's going on, bro? Really, just
some
I
some of these stars, I think they just leveraging that. They leveraging that uh, what do you that what do you call it, management, load management type stuff. Like, it's a long season, let me miss some games at the beginning, I'll say I'm hurt, whatever, and then I'll grind it out. And some of these cats, I think some of them just ain't in shape. They didn't do what they were supposed to be doing, in the off season. Now, they come back to camp, they run them down the court. They're like, man, I'm gonna this is gonna be a bad showing on opening night. I'm gonna shoot, 1 for 15 if I go out there like this. And then they just bowing out. But it's disrespectful to the game and the fans when your superstars are bowing out opening night. Man, tickets for opening night are top dollar, and people are spending good money to come see you on the court, and you over there in your street clothes. Stay your ass home. We don't want to see you over there at all. Just stay your ass home.
that's crazy, man. And I don't know if you watched that game last. Did you watch the Did you catch the Rams and Vikings game last night?
Yes, a little bit of it, a
It
little
was
bit of it.
it was a great game
Yeah,
all the way up until that last no call. I know whoever had that money on the Vikings, boy. I know they are pissed.
I mean, come on, man. You got a guy getting his head twisted off, like a cartoon, and you got a ref standing 5 feet away from it, looking at him, he had to look at the quarterback in order to be able to say it was a safety.
Right.
So you telling me you didn't see the guy's helmet point back at you when he was facing forward? I mean, come on. And literally just they didn't even blink about the call. They just, okay, safety, ball going the other way. How do you miss that? How do you miss that?
I know for these people who think that the game is fixed, that show didn't do nothing. That
That
show
didn't do much, right? That didn't do much for the cause, right? That didn't do much for the cause.
that
I'm interested. You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested. We uh, when players do stuff bad and they get fined by the league, it's public knowledge. Such and such was fined 25,000. Such and such was 50,000. I want to know how much these refs are getting fined for these badass calls, because I know they get reprimanded and because they get graded and all of that stuff for these games and stuff, and they do get fined for certain things that they miss and mess up. I want that to be public knowledge. I want to know that this fool is getting fined for missing that call. I want to know.
right because we got a brother that who referees the college game Freeway, and
Right.
he said that they get a report card every game. They have to go. They go over. They review their
Mm-hmm.
what they done and get a report card every game. So I'm just trying to figure out. You got two refs right there. How you the hell you missed that? You missed
I
that call.
mean, and from being on the field, it's refs at every angle so that they don't miss anything. So you telling me that all 7 or 8 or 10 or however many of y'all is out there, none of y'all saw this?
Uh, it's and it's too often. And then these damn holding calls, man. I mean, I get it. On damn near every play, you can probably call holding, but
Right.
it's like the times in which you calling it sometimes just seems like a little, uh, I don't know,
It,
bro. I just
it's
like,
a little odd that the holding call gets called when it was 3rd and 13 and they pick up the first down. It's just a little odd.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
Oh,
little odd. So now we going to 3rd and 23, and we ain't getting that first down. It's just a little odd of the timing of these holding calls and the lack thereof for the Chiefs. And I'm gonna throw that out there all season long until the Chiefs get a holding call. That's all. Until the Chiefs get a holding call in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna throw this out there.
okay, go ahead and explain. Go explain that because we never covered that.
So,
I think.
so for those who know or may not know, and if you on social media, I'm sure you have seen it if you're a sports fan. The Kansas City Chiefs have won 3 Super Bowls with Mahomes at quarterback. During those 3 games, the Kansas City Chiefs have not been called for not one holding call. They have had no holding calls in those 3 Super Bowls. Now, I showed Kai the conspiracy video, and there was 4 holding plays on their final drive in the last Super Bowl, which they won on that drive. There was 4 on that drive, let alone not getting called for the entire game. So my hat's off to the offensive line coach for the Kansas City Chiefs because he has taught his guys not to hold in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So my hats off to him. I don't know how he does it. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a terrific thing that he done pulled off. But they have not been called for not one holding call in the damn Super Bowl.
Oh man, that's and believe me, guys, I actually went and reviewed the actual plays in which it was clearly and uh look here. I don't know how many people in that stands, boy, over 60, 80,000 maybe in the stand.
Right.
So damn well, damn near everybody in the world saw it was holding, bro.
I
'Cause
mean,
that's
when the offensive lineman tackles the defensive lineman, it's holding. That's just face it. Some some of those you're gonna miss, but when the defensive guy is right next to the guy with the ball and he gets tackled and you don't call it, what are you looking at? So again, until I'm gonna say it every time whenever the Kansas City Chiefs come up, we're gonna talk holding. So that's the way I'm gonna boycott this until it's done.
bro, look here. Well, if they keep playing the way we're gonna see because they're gonna be there again. Look like this year. They're
Hey,
gonna.
you know what's gonna happen, though, Kai? You know what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
The rest is gonna call holding on the first play
Oh yeah, to satisfy the
to
whole.
satisfy everybody. Here, now y'all shut up. They got a holding call, and
Yeah,
then but they ain't gonna call one the rest of the game because
yeah.
they too busy out there mesmerized by Patrick.
I'm trying to tell you because they damn sure they oh man, one of them was so blatant. Like the guy damn he pulled the damn guy damn near tackled the guy.
And
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, man. They damn near tackling them, man. It's funny, back in the day they used to say, Jordan didn't get called for, no fouls, but it didn't cost nobody no championships.
right, right, right.
They not a holding 5 dudes. You got 5 dudes and 35 passing plays, and ain't none of them held on not one of them. Come
That's
on,
that's
come
un-
on. But let's move on because we could talk about that for yeah.
Look, I just wanted to get you a little riled up, man. See for this, get your blood pressure going a little bit, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, so look here. Uh, all right, we're gonna downshift a little bit, man. We're gonna go back to the collegiate sports, man. We're gonna go back to collegiate sports, and I just want to touch on this briefly. Of um, seemed like everything is different from when we were coming out high school, going into college, and when we were committing to these colleges. And
Right.
uh, but now it seems like you can give a verbal commit and still take your trips. Well, I remember you take your trips to these other schools, but I remember when the Hawaii coaches would, because everybody always had Hawaii on their list. And I remember the Hawaii coaches said, "Look, if you don't have no intentions of coming here, please don't just come here just because you've never seen Hawaii before." And but
They
that was,
took my trip. They took my trip away. They sure did. Because
that
I
was
had them on the list for sure.
yeah, because that was everybody had Hawaii as they. I think we got five choices, and
Right.
that was always the fifth choice to go to
Yep.
Hawaii because hell, it was paid for. You know what I'm saying? We had no intentions of going there, but we wanted to see
Zero.
Hawaii. We just wanted to see
Zero.
Hawaii. So, but so what's how does this work now? If you can
So
explain it
my
to
my understanding of it is it's just a way more open now, because you can do unofficial visits, you know, uh, and stuff like that to any school. You just set it up. It's like if you a regular student and you're doing your college visits, they can do those at any time. You could take kids when they sophomores, when they freshmen, and yeah, they're gonna meet the coaching staff. They're gonna go in the stadium. They're gonna get the full tour. They're gonna get everything that we used to get on our official visits. But you can get those, and if you remember, we only have what 5 trips is all you could take. Now I
Mhm,
know we aging ourselves, everybody, but that's just the way it is. I'm in my 50s, so it is what it is.
mhm,
Um, so we only had 5 official visits and no unofficial visits, right?
right.
But these kids can take 20 official visits. They
Mhm,
can go all over the country anytime, damn near anytime they want. There's no violations for the amounts of visits you take and when you take them. I've known kids to play in their high school game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and at 7 p.m. they're on a plane to a major college for the weekend.
mhm.
So during the season, it's cool. You can go in the summer. I'm sure there's some blackout dates. I'm sure that there's some dates in there where you can't when you can't visit and stuff like that. But for the most part, man, these kids are going all over the place all year long.
The- This is okay. So that's an issue, and then here's the problem that I see was happening with the way this whole being able to jump in the portal and jump out of the portal is that you have all the way up until I think what the summer, right before the summer, to so you can jump out of the you can go through all of what they call spring practice, and right
Mhm.
before the spring game you can jump in the portal and not play the spring game, or play the spring game and then jump out of the portal. I mean, jump in the portal and
Yeah,
go to another team. And if that don't work, you can go in the portal again and
yeah.
go and get selected by another team. Now, this, I mean, this is like this got to be tough on coaches, man, to be able to, have to keep doing that. And now, because you can go to multiple teams now, you're not just isolated to only so many times you can go in the portal. It's, you know,
Right, right.
uh,
It's
how the,
really
how the hell you gonna build a team that way? Um, Doing it like that, you're gonna have to. They're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to have make it like some type of contract where you sign a contract where you're gonna at least at some point, because if you get this person in your system and
yeah,
you planning on this person to either be there or to be a backup or whatever,
right.
you know what I'm saying, up until a certain point, and then they just eject. Now you gotta bring somebody else in and train them up and teach them your plays, and this is becoming. They're gonna have to get
It's
a
a
hand.
it's a to me it's a double-edged sword. It,
Mm,
it's um because what you got now is ball players that are good, you know,
mhm,
and they they go somewhere and they don't even want to play behind the 3-year starter senior.
Right.
Oh, I'm out of here. I need to start my freshman year. So and they'll jump and they'll jump and then they'll go to this other team and practice spring ball and go, damn, they gonna suck. I'm out of here. I ain't staying for this shit. My thing to you kids, um, to you athletes is, do you think that at some point somebody's gonna not offer you because all they see is you jumping around school to school when you're not happy?
Right.
Between ages of 18 and 22, how happy are you really? Everything pisses you off, everything makes you mad, everything gives you an attitude. So as soon as your coach say, you know oh, give me some up downs, you on your way out. Coach don't like me, I'm out of here. Eh,
Right.
I think I think they should be held to a, um when you commit and you sign on the dotted line, I think you should be held to a 1 year commitment.
I believe, yeah, at least that. I mean, at least they give some type of continuity to it,
Right. And really, I think they need to. And I know this is out. I'm out of line and whatever. But I think you need to be limited to, 2 transfers in your entire career.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, you get, and that's not counting the if your coach leaves transfer, that type of thing. I'm not talking about that. That happens, and it's always been to where you can leave if your coach left, and that sort of thing. But just the just because I don't want to be here anymore transfers, I think you should be limited to 2.
And well, hopefully they get a hand on it. NCAA. They're gonna have to make some type of decisions about this whole thing. I know that they're boosting the number of scholarships. I heard to 105 or something like that for teams.
Yeah, so there'll be no more walk on type situation, which that I'm okay with that part.
So everybody get paid, I believe.
Everybody can get paid. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It was some, you know, we've all been in those situations where you had walk-ons who were damn good, um, and it just wasn't enough scholarships to give them,
Right.
that sort of thing. And they worked hard and earned it, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough money in the budget, if you will. And now there is, and I think that's okay. I like that part of it. But in that, you know, football is the obviously the biggest, uh, culprit of what we're talking about here,
Mm,
because it's it's over 2,000 kids in the portal, man.
right. They
And the bad part about that portal is, if nobody picks you up,
you just
you're not
stuck. You
now.
stuck.
You sitting in the portal. You're not getting any education from anyone when you walked away from a free one, and now you're getting nothing. So to me, kids, if you don't have somewhere to go already, and I know they say, oh, you can't talk to nobody till you're in it, but you better be damn sure somebody's interested in you before you jump in that port.
That's always it. You can't talk to nobody. Everybody. If that's the case, how did the quarterback from CSU and the wide receiver said they left $600,000 on the table, and
Come on,
to remain at
come
CSU
on,
instead of going back in the portal.
right? How they know it's money on the table if nobody was talking to them?
Bingo. Anyway, we're gonna move on from there. Anyways, we just had an athlete get shot leaving out a strip club. Car broke down on the side of the road, and apparently, what it looks like is somebody followed him from the strip club and tried to, I guess, take maybe what he had or whatever, shot him. I guess he wasn't shot too, but he was shot in the hand. But
Right?
the second athlete this year, because we had an athlete from your team, Ricky,
Yeah,
what's it,
Ricky,
Pearsall,
Ricky Pearsall. Yes.
get shot earlier before the season start. Uh, what the hell is going on? What I mean, people.
I
What are we?
mean,
What are we doing?
it's twofold. It's twofold, Kyle. Let me break it down this way. There's criminals everywhere. So let's just face that fact. There's people out there robbing and stealing, right?
Mhm.
That's always going to be an element. You got people out there just trying to prove they a gangster or prove that they hard and oh I'm gonna get him and that sort of thing. That's that's gonna be there. Is it right? No, it's crazy. Look, you know that dude that you sitting there eyeing over in the corner. Oh, that's so and so. That's so and so. You know he got money, right?
Mhm.
You also know that that man plays ball and brings money into your community because they play 8, 9 games of home games at the stadium nearby you. This person is an upstanding person in your community. They are bringing money to your community and making it hopefully better,
Right.
right? So let them brothers be off limits. I mean, come on. Now, I'll go to the other side of it.
Hmm.
Athletes, brothers, I know, we you worked hard, you come from nothing. And what you do when you get your money is you treat yourself to some nice things, some bling, some this, some that, whatever, whatever. If you're going to be out after 2 a.m., don't wear that shit.
Yeah.
Don't wear the bling. Don't take the Maserati.
Yeah.
Go, take the Suburban. Don't nobody want to steal your Suburban. They want to steal your Maserati. They want to steal your Lamborghini. And yeah, you should. Yes, you should be able to drive your stuff wherever you want, but you can't. You cannot.
Not
And you,
everywhere you go. And this is in Denver, bro. You would think that they would have been safe in Denver, wouldn't
hey, DJ Quick said Denver is just like Compton.
you?
On a song, he said Denver is just like Compton.
Okay,
You
you
know
got
what
good on that one. He did.
so, but real man, these guys got to understand. I can't, yes, yes, I earned it and I earned the right to wear it and all of that stuff. But you got to pick and choose where you do that stuff, man. You, people think Hollywood is all glitz and glam, but they haven't heard over the past 2 years where people are following people home from restaurants because they see you got on a Rolex or they see you got that nice car and they eyeing you down and they following you home just to rob you. That's going on in Hollywood, where the glitz and glam, where everybody's supposed to have everything. Well, no, people come from the outskirts and come eye you down and rob you. It's twofold. It shouldn't be happening because brothers shouldn't be robbing and stealing from other brothers because of what they have. Go out and get yourself a job and make you some money and do it the right way. Secondly, the athletes, brothers, you have to know that the element is out there and that you ain't above it.
Hey, me myself, look, and I look at I look at these athletes, especially in college. How everybody wants to have a chain on, right? I get you with your number on it and stuff like that with the
Right,
diamonds, and
right,
then the new thing is to get the watches, the APs, and all this other stuff, and that's cool and all that. And it's not a problem of having it, bro. We want you to be. If you work for something, you should be able to have it, but you know you cannot do it. It's not, the risk is not worth it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the risk ain't worth it because it's just too many cats out here that's looking for an opportunity to come up. You know what I'm saying? So, and the ones that's damn, you'd be like, damn, is everything a come up? Like, do you have to try to come up on the athletes now too, bro? Like, come on, man. Like,
right. I
certain
mean,
things have to be off limits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, come on now.
they don't care now. These cats today don't care about nothing, bro.
They don't care who you are,
Children,
what you
the
do. They
women,
come they coming at
children.
you if they want it.
It's sad, but like this is what we've come to as a society, as a country, bro. That every damn thing is on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's on the table. Nobody's exempt, bro.
It's unbelievable, man. I'm like, and for those of you who do it, don't you know from the moment you step out your door, you under surveillance. There's cameras everywhere.
You
As soon
got cameras at your cameras at your house,
you best
so
believe,
everybody else do too.
right, right. So as soon as you step out the door, you're under surveillance, right? I mean, that's how they caught them fools who killed the brother from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, same way. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, like brother, you are constantly under surveillance, no matter what you. I mean, I don't care. They don't care if you got no mask on. It, man, you're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do the job, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you do something very drastic, like, you know, God forbid, murder somebody. They're going to get you, bro. You know what I'm
There,
saying? Sooner or later,
there, there's a point. There's a point. There's a point where in everything you do, there's that point of decision making.
right,
There's that split second where you go, yes or no,
right.
right?
Should I? Shouldn't
Should I or should not?
I? Yeah.
And they they lack the mental capacity to distinguish the why I shouldn't. Why shouldn't I do this? Oh, it's cameras everywhere. They ain't thinking. They just at that second they ain't thinking about that. They're like, I'm gonna do this real quick and I'm gonna be done.
Man, you just can't get away with things like you could before, man. It really you can't. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
I mean, and these cars talk. You can turn on anything and record and you can call the police from your car.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody following me. You can do all kinds of stuff with the man. Cars are doing all kinds of stuff. You're going to get caught.
Ain't no question.
You're going to get caught.
Ain't no
It's
question.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So just think about the consequences, and if the consequence of jail isn't good enough for you to not do it, have at it, partner. We'll see you. We'll see you behind bars. We'll take care of your three hots and your cot.
Well, while we're applying pressure on some words of wisdom, we're gonna. I'm sure you used to do these things where you inspire people with some quotes that you come up with, and I'm sure you got one in the chamber.
Inspire, piss off. What's the difference? Here's my thought for today, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about here. I said it this way: in order for you to have haters, first you have to accomplish something for them to hate. I'm saying that to social media is big. You got your Facebooks, your Instagrams, and everybody thinks they got haters. It's everybody that think somebody hates them for some reason or another. But I also think that people's egos are awful big, and you gotta have an awful big ego to think you got so many haters out there in this world. Now, some people do. Don't get me wrong. Some people got a bunch of people that hate them because they dress nice, or they got money, or they got this car. There's jealousy out there, absolutely. But man, I would hope that the amount of people who think they got haters, I would think it's not that much hate in the world. I would hope it's not that much hate running around rampant in this world. And I might just be dead ass wrong. And if I am, God bless us. But but man, everybody think they got haters. Oh, these haters, these haters, these haters. And now, if they coming to you and saying they hate you, I get it. But if you just thinking they hate you because they hate you because you got this, or because whatever, people side eyeing you. What man? Look, everybody, just calm down. You ain't done enough to have all of these haters that you think you got. You ain't that accomplished. You ain't that big. You ain't that great. You ain't that good. And that's all I got to say about hate.
Hey man, as soon as they figure that out, man, that show would help. That will show would have solved probably a lot of issues with what's going on with their life. Huh? What you think?
Exactly. Stop being so paranoid. Everybody don't dislike you. Stop being so paranoid.
Man, we're still. Anyways, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. This is another session, another good session of Speak Up On It with Kai and D Mac. And we want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Tell
And
people about it. Yeah, get us out, get it out there. We're gonna continue to talk and um, tell us stuff you guys might want to talk about or want us to talk about, and we'll get it on here. We'll get it
yeah,
on here.
we got some interesting topics coming up, man. And it's not all just sports. So I want you
Right.
to think that we just been, kind of just diving into what's going on right now. But we got some interesting talk. We're gonna talk about maybe talk about the YSL trial and some of the other things and events that's happening throughout the social media. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, brother, the rivalry is on Sunday, and we gonna be texting and talking throughout the weekend and up until game time, and especially afterwards. And when we get back on next Monday or Tuesday, or when we get on, it's gonna go down.
I would love to say, how about them Cowboys after the day is over?
How about
Yeah.
them?
All right, brother. Have a good one, brother.
Have a good one, my brother.